records play, cigarette glow fades, keeps the dark at bay. Rain on the pavement, soft as a sigh. The moon hangs crooked, a thief in the sky. And the road keeps humming your name. Through the night it's always the same. Every note, every chord burns like a flame. Yeah, it keeps humming your name. Flickering signs, they blink out of time. Footsteps echo slow, lost rhythm, no rhyme. A siren wails far, then melts in the air. City after midnight, every note, every chord burns like a flame. The rose keeps humming your drown the room in amber haze. Whispers drip like honey through the maze. A bottle lean left a shadow on your face. Silent truths we traded in this tired place. The back booth kept our names in ringing glass. Secrets spilled like wine but didn't last. The air was thick, the words too fast. The back booth kept our names in ringing glass. Your laugh cut sharp like the edge of a blade. Promises born that never made the grade. just your ghost in the ashtray's fading glow. 1,000 questions buried underneath the flow. The back booth kept our names in ringing glass. Secrets spilled like wine but didn't last. The air was thick, the words too fast. The back booth kept our names in ringing glass. Kept our names in ringing glass. Secrets spilled like wine but didn't last. The air was thick, the words too fast. The back booth kept our names in ringing glass.
Quarter slipped in slot, cold like my hands. Receiver heavy like the words I planned. Empty street, no headlights, no sound. Except the hum of my own breakdown. Fingers shaking numbers etched in my brain. Ghosts of moments we let go down the drain. Every ring echoes hollow like a cracked bell. The space between us like a private hell. I spoke to the dial tone like it could love me back. Told it all my sins, whispered silence it gave. Cut me no slack. I spoke to the dial tone like he could love me back. Voice was static, trapped in my chest, chasing ghosts of chances I left unconfessed. Every click of the line just mocked my plea. Like the universe laughing at fools like me. The payphone stood like a monument of shame, bright neon buzzing spelling out your name. I hung up but the weight wouldn't let me go. Regret carved deeper than the dial tone's glow.
Found a ticket stub from the night we met, back row seats where the stars never set. Your laugh was a song I still can't forget. A pressed flower folded in a coffee-stained page, faded scent like a ghost from another age. Time kept moving, but the heart stayed caged. A blue matchbook kept the last of our fire, one spark left in a world of desire. Struck it once, but the flame wouldn't rise higher. An old Polaroid where your smile's off-center, edges curling like the love that splintered. Still I hold it, a shrine to a cold December. A crumpled note, your handwriting rough. Words said too much but not enough. Every crease, a scar, every fold of blood. A blue matchbook kept the last of our fire, one spark left in a world of desire. Struck it once, but the flame wouldn't rise higher. Night burns slow like an old wick, empty screen glowing pale. Fingers shake but don't commit. Words, they crumble on the edge of my tongue. A silent choir, their hymn unsung. Too much weight in the air. At 2 a.m. the brass spoke what I couldn't say. Breathed through metal, carried it away. Notes in the dark where our broken stayed. Your name hangs heavy, a ghost on a line. Every letter a landmine. Each thought a betrayal, every pause divine. I trace circles on the desk with my pen, erase the truth again and again. How do I start? Where does it end? At 2 a.m. the brass spoke what I couldn't say. Breathed through metal, carried it away. Notes in the dark where our broken stayed.
The street lamp flickers, paints a shadow on the wall. A faint reminder of when you used to call. The night's a thief, it steals the day and leaves me here where your memory stays. At the amber hour, your goodbye lights the street. A fading glow where love and sorrow meet. The clock ticks slow, the air turns sweet. At the amber hour, your goodbye lights the street. A smoky haze drifts where our laughter used to play. The ghost of us lingers but it won't stay. The cobblestones echo, your footsteps fade. I'm left with the shadows, the choices we made. At the amber hour, your goodbye lights the street. A fleeting flame that melts the cold defeat. The clock ticks slow, the air turns sweet. At the amber hour, your goodbye lights the street. There's the amber hour, your goodbye lights the street. A golden hue that makes the loss complete. The clock ticks slow, the air turns sweet. At the amber hour, your goodbye lights the street. At the amber hour, your goodbye lights the street. Clock ticks slow, the walls don't care. Shadow whispers in the stale air. The night's a thief, steals peace away. A cold chair creaks beneath my weight. Eyes burn dry, thoughts won't abate. Ghost of her still lingers near. Black coffee, blue smoke, in a heart I can't quit. No sunrise, no hope, just a fire barely lit. Black coffee, blue smoke, in a heart I can't quit. Street lights fade, but I'm still here. Choking silence hums too clear. Every hour feels like a curse. Ashtray spills with a weight of loss. Every drag another coin I toss. Will she stay or drift like dust? Dust on the window light barely falls. A shadow crawls, it's me again. Walls don't echo, voices lost. What's a house when it's just a den? Empty rooms, empty halls. Every whisper fades and stalls. Call me out, but no one calls. Empty rooms, empty halls. Clock still ticking like it cares. It don't care, time's got no friend. Every step, it's hollow air. No start, no end, just pretend. Empty rooms, empty halls. Every whisper fades and stalls. Call me out, but no one calls. Empty rooms, empty halls. Calls. Empty rooms, empty halls. Rain hits a sign like a tired old song. Flickering neon hums all night long. Rooms with thin walls where whispers crawl. Broken blinds let the shadows spill. Cigarette ghosts and a bottle half filled. Everyone running but standing still. The night clerk knows which room the lonely choose. The night clerk knows which room the lonely choose. Slide across, you pay your dues. Dust on the fan spins a lazy light.
blood-soaked sheets where the lost souls lie. The mirror won't look you in the eye. Coffee's cold, but the silence is worse. Memories haunt like a heavy curse. You count the cracks and rehearse. The night clerk knows which room the lonely choose. The night clerk knows which room the lonely choose. Every door hides a truth you can't refuse. Black road whispers, trees stretched tall, moonlight bleeding through it all. Headlights cut the quiet wide, tires hum a restless song. Every mile says you were wrong. Your name in my rear view keeps getting small, smaller than the lies you told, smaller than the weight I hold. Your name in my rear view keeps getting small. Houses vanish, dust trails rise, your shadow fades against the sky. Radio crackle, a broken tune, every word like a wound I trace, leaving this town without a face. Your name in my rear view keeps getting small, smaller than the nights we burn, smaller than the lessons learned. Your name in my rear view keeps getting small. I walked, but never learned. Lost my way when the stars went blind. No compass, no voice, just empty signs. I'm a lighthouse with no light, calling ships that won't return. Waves crash, but there's no fight, just a beacon left to yearn. Moonless tides, they pull and sway, promises drowned in the spray. Shadows whisper where hope once stood. The sea don't forgive, it don't feel good. I'm a lighthouse with no light, calling ships that won't return. Waves crash, but there's no fight, just a beacon left to yearn. Halftime beats slow and deep, oceans grow, no place to weep. What's a tower without its flame? Silent ghost with no name.
Sky hangs heavy, moon won't stick. Hollow wind, it howls, it kicks. Fields stretch, shadows crawl, gasoline goes, whisper call, leaving it all, leaving it all. Your name is the gravel singing under my wheels. Every stone screams, every bum feels. Can't outrun, can't outheal. Your name is the gravel singing under my wheels. Negroes break like tired seams, fading towns, broken dreams, the air tastes of dust, ripped at the seams. Lines on the map, they blur, they fade, chasing a promise the dark has made. Still I pray, still I'm afraid. Night hangs heavy, still as stone. Glass in my hand, I'm not alone. Fingers trace the edge, it feels so cold. Clock slow tick, it mocks my stare. Your shadow lingers everywhere. A ghost that laughs, a weight I can't hold. On the rock, I count to 3. 1 for you, 2 for me. On the rock, I count to 3 and let you go. Moonlight pools, it spills like wine. I drain the dark, the bitter line. A quiet war, a battle I can't win. 2 steps forward, then I fall. Your voice echoes, it's my own. I hear you call, I hear you call again. On the rock, I count to 3. 1 for you, 2 for me. On the rock, I count to 3 and let you go. Pavement crack like a broken vow. Shadows play where I stood somehow. Breath hung heavy like a guilty crown. One step forward, but my head bowed down. One street lamp spelled my sin in a low dark tone. Its light burned soft, but it chilled my bones. Every lie I whispered, every truth I disowned. One street lamp spelled my sins in a low dark tone. The night wore silence like a velvet cloak. Each footfall echoed like words I spoke. The air was thick with the weight of wrong. The clock hands trembled, but the night was long. One street lamp spelled my sin in a low dark tone. This light burned soft, but it chilled my bones. Every lie I whispered, every truth I disowned. One street lamp spelled my sins in a low dark tone. One street lamp spelled my sin in a low dark tone. Its light burned soft, but it chilled my bones. Every lie I whispered, every truth I disowned. One street lamp spelled my sins in a low dark tone.
Again, dark sky bleeding, streetlight flickers, my mind keeps feeding. Shadows stretch along on this crooked floor. Your ghost still whispers through the cracks in the door. I try to forget, but the night don't care. I light a match, but you're still everywhere. I breathe the blues through the reeds you left behind. Every note bends, every truth unwinds. Your echoes sing where my heart used to shine. I breathe the blues through the reeds you left behind. On glass, tracing what we lost. Whiskey burns like the frost you tossed. Moonlight's a liar, it won't light the way. Each chord I play digs another grave, and the mirror stares like it knows my crime. Can't run from the weight of your goodbye this time.
Torn pages on the floor, whispered prayers to a locked door. The weight of my sins won't rest. Shadows creep like tides on stone. My voice cracks, but I'm not alone still. I can't quiet this mess. Even the quiet can't drown what I confess. Their voices rise, but my heart won't acquiesce. Every note, every hymn, it knows my distress. Hollow pews hold echoes tight, stained glass bleeding, colored light. Yet the truth slips through the cracks. Mercy's distant, grace feels cold. I'm a story that can't be told. The past won't turn its back. Even the quiet can't drown what I confess.
smoke curled slow. It danced with regret, a shadow on the pavement. The sun hadn't set. Whispers in the dark, where the secrets grew. The echo of her footsteps faded too soon. Neon in the alley spelled goodbye in blue. A trembling glow that only told the truth. Letters flickered, broken but they knew. Neon in the alley spelled goodbye in blue. Whiskey glass cracked, dreams spilling thin. A jukebox wept, drowning the din. Fingers traced the rim, lost in the hue. A ghost in the mirror, staring back through. Neon in the alley spelled goodbye in blue. A trembling glow that only told the truth. Letters flickered, broken but they knew. Neon in the alley spelled goodbye in blue. Spelled goodbye in blue. A trembling glow that only told the truth. Letters flickered, broken but they knew. Neon in the alley spelled goodbye.
Rust on the tracks like an old man's sigh. Moons hung crooked in a bottle glass sky. I count the echoes, but they don't reply. Your shadow's long, but the night's longer still. Empty air don't bend to a heart's will. I light a match just to feel the chill. Your name rings metal on the midnight rail. Sparks in the dark where the lost hearts wail. sings through the ambient like a sorrowful tale. Street lights blink like they're trying to breathe. The wind's got teeth and it cuts through me. I'm chasing ghosts down a dead-end street. Every step's heavy, but the silence is worse. I curse the ground, but the ground won't curse. I'd trade it all for a single word. Your name rings metal on the midnight rail. Sparks in the dark where the lost hearts wail. Sings through the air like a sorrowful tale. Nights heavy on my shoulders, street lights hum a lonely tone. Shadows stretch like they're crawling closer. Got no place to call my own. There's whiskey in my throat and a piano in my bones. Every chord's a broken story. Every note cuts to the soul. Fingers trace the worn out keys. Ivory whispers soft and low. Glass half empty or half full bleeding. Either way it overflows. There's whiskey in my throat and a piano in my bones. Every chord's a broken story. Every note cuts to the soul. These strings don't lie. They tremble, they cry.
A melody sharp as a blade in this midnight haze. I can't escape the way.
Moonlight drips through the cracked window pane. Ashtray ghosts whisper your name. Empty chair still pulled out, holds the weight of your goodbye. In a whiskey glass lullaby, your name puts me to sleep. Every sip sings you closer, every tear runs too deep. Shadows waltz where we once swayed. Your perfume lingers, won't fade. Cigarette burns on the edge of my heart, marked every time we fell apart. In a whiskey glass lullaby, your name puts me to sleep. Every sip sings you closer, every tear runs too deep. In a whiskey glass lullaby, your name puts me to sleep. Every sip sings you closer, every tear runs too deep.
The city yawns, a smoky sigh. Its whispers hang where streetlights die. Each corner leans the night's disguise, but still I chase those fading ties. The taxi hums a weary tune. Its wheels carve circles round the moon. I told myself I'd let you be, yet here I am, haunting memory. This late cab lullaby keeps turning down your street, a shadow in the melody, a ghost beneath the beat. I swore I'd let you go, but all the pull's too sweet. This late cab lullaby keeps turning down your street. Your window glows a secret light, a lantern in the velvet night. I should move on, the fair runs deep, but love's a debt that doesn't sleep. This late cab lullaby keeps turning down your street, a shadow in the melody, a ghost beneath the beat. I swore I'd let you go, but all the pull's too sweet. This late cab lullaby keeps turning down your street. Words like stones I threw at the sea, ripples spreading, but they never set me free. Every line I lay down carved me a chain. Thought I was shouting truth, but I was screaming pain. Every word came back to me in tape echo shame. bouncing like ghosts in the hall. I tried to outrun them, but they answered my call. Shadows of the lies I swore were bright, chasing me down in the still of the night. Every word came back to me in tape echo shame. Caught in the loop, no one else to blame. I hear it now, clear as my own name. Every word came back to me in tape echo shame. Tambourine shakes like a judgment bell. Every word I said echoes like a spell. Caught in the loop, no one else to blame. Every word came back to me in tape echo shame.
Rooftops hum their midnight tune, a sea of bricks and neon moons. Air so thick it pulls you down. Shadows crawl where light once drowned. The skyline bends like pedal steel around our truth. Every twist, every curve points back to you. It weeps, it sings, it knows the proof. The skyline bends like pedal steel around our truth. Streetlight halos fade to gray. Concrete whispers, don't you stay. City's breath, a tired sigh, tangled wires against the sky.
found our truth. The clock don't tick its side real low. The lights hum soft, they barely glow. Faded carpet like a tired ghost, holding whisper, holding dust. The lobby after midnight plays the promises we broke. The echoes in the quiet sing the words we never spoke. A jukebox full of shadows spins the dreams that couldn't stay. The lobby after midnight plays the games we threw away. A shadow moves, it ain't no friend. Just the night folding in again. Doors don't close, they only creak. And the silence starts to speak. The lobby after midnight plays the promises we broke. The echoes in the quiet sing the words we never spoke. A jukebox full of shadows spins the dreams that couldn't stay. The lobby after midnight plays the games we threw away. Trace the keys of time, notes like footsteps, lost and blind. Guitar swells like voices far behind. Heavy silence sways in time. The lobby after midnight plays the promises we broke. The echoes in the quiet sing the words we never spoke. A jukebox full of shadows spins the dreams that couldn't stay. The lobby after midnight plays the games we threw away.
Shadows on a blind sway slow. Neon bosoms in my veins. Faint voices bleed through paper-thin chains. These thin walls know every truth I won't say. Every whisper, every lie, every prayer I betray. They hear it all. They know the games I play. Footsteps echo, pacing above. A cough, a cry, a broken shove. Secrets seep like whiskey from a cracked glass of love. These thin walls know every truth I won't say. Every whisper, every lie, every prayer I betray. They hear it all. They know the games I play. Walls know every truth I won't say. Every whisper, every lie, every prayer I betray. Hear it all. They know the games I play. The clock is stuck on 2 a.m. Your shadow dances behind the glass. Streetlight hums a broken hymn. Time moves slow, but it don't pass. The wind bites hard, it cuts my skin. A ghost in the gutter keeps whispering sin. I'm a fool for the night, I'm a fool for the heat. I'm a fool for the dark in the street. You were the light in the window, I was the dark in the street. You were the warmth in the silence, I was the cold at your feet. You were the flame that I followed, but the fire burned me incomplete. Your laughter echoes, it twists my brain like a song I can't unhear. Every step's a stumble, every word's a stain. Every drink just fuels a fear. Curtains flutter, they tease my mind. The gap between us, cruel and blind. A chasm of hope, a canyon of need, the gulf of the dark in the street. You were the light in the window, I was the dark in the street. You were the warmth in the silence, I was the cold at your feet. You were the flame that I followed, but the fire burned me incomplete.
Cold breath floats like ghosts in the air. Street lights blink, but they don't care. My hands shake, but not from the freeze. Love's a fire, they said, but it don't warm me. This cigarette in the snow, it won't keep me through the night. No, it won't keep me through the night. This cigarette in the snow. Footsteps echo on empty stone. Winter bites, but it feels like home. The smoke fades and the stars just stare. I'd call your name, but it's lost in the air. This cigarette in the snow, it won't keep me through the night. No, no, it won't keep me through the night. This cigarette in the snow. Wrote it down on a torn cafe napkin. Fingers smudged the ink like I smudged the truth. Postcard dreams from a place I never took you. A view of nowhere I wish we'd been. I stamp my heart, but I never send it. Folded corners like the way I bent it. Words unsaid, they just keep on burning. Unsent words, always returning. The rain hit the window like second chances. Every drop whispered something I ignored. I could hear the paper screaming from the drawer. Faded edges, but it still held the weight. I stamped my heart, but I never sent it. Folded corners like the way I bent it. Words unsaid, they just keep on burning. Unsent words, always returning. Would you have smiled? Would you have cried? Would it have mattered if I tried? That postcard's a time machine, a trap. I can't move forward, can't go back. I stamped my heart, but I never sent it. Folded corners like the way I've been. Words unsaid, they just keep on burning. Unsent